I am the king of my land, doing everything that I can. I know
that is insane, bro. Man, let's get into some of the topics that we've missed since we've been away.
Oh yeah, I forgot we had structure.
I forgot we had structure, man. First off, Johnathan Majors, man. That's obviously been the topic as far as like black actors. Johnathan Majors had it made, and then he had this whole run-in with his ex-girlfriend where she was chasing after him. He's got to be the first black man I've seen who got chased after and still was guilty of charges.
In the words of Johnathan Majors, what if it's and there was a black man chasing a woman down the street? He'd be dead. He'd be dead. You seen that interview with
Man, that's all part of it. I still need to watch it.
Oh boy, I was cracking up, boy. The way he was talking, they was like, "So did you physically hurt her?" What was the question? Did you harm her? I harmed her heart. I was disloyal when I should have just been brave enough and walked away. I was like, okay, John, he said all the right things. But they said, but the conspiracy though is Disney fired him, and then he did his interview on ABC, who's owned by Disney.
I mean, I feel like he should have known that. Like he should have known not to do an interview with ABC.
Well, no, CBS. I think that was scripted to be like that. That way, I think this is more of an apology tour. But, that way, Marvel can hire him back possibly because. Let's remember now, Johnathan Majors not get convicted of really just abusing this woman. He got convicted of being too rough when putting her back in the car. They even said it was not. They know it was not intentional. Right. So with that being said, Disney, I think they bounced back from that. So I think this is just part of the thing. They've already said they're gonna move Kang to the. They had. I don't think they're gonna go away from Kang, but the last update I got was that they're gonna stay with the Kang character, but they're gonna bring him back, like basically when that movie comes, and up till then he's gonna become more of a back shelf character. Whereas before all this, he was gonna be more like appeals and stuff, but now they're just gonna build him up in the background, and then whoever they're gonna recast or they'll bring them out in the new movie. One big old apology tour, and it could take 2-3 years before he's able to get his image cleared.
I mean, I feel like he doesn't have really much of an image to clear. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it was anything drastic for him to be. It's not like he beat her.
But that's how.
I mean, we understand. We understand.
That's not how everybody that dropped him looks at it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what he doesn't have to prove us right. He doesn't have to prove anything to us. He needs to prove it to Warner Brothers and Disney and anybody else that has a camera. He gonna do a couple Tubi movies.
You think so?
Yeah, he got to do it. You got to do at least one Tubi.
At least one Tubi. He might.
You got to do one.
That Tubi movie. That'd probably be the first Tubi movie I watch.
I'm trying to start watching Tubi movies, but I think. I think this is all a play for him to get back into Marvel, though.
I mean, after you break it down, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. So I can see that happening. It just sucks, man. It just sucks because I think that was the saving. I think saving grace is dramatic, maybe. And please correct me if I'm wrong, being the movie guru. I feel like the saving grace of Marvel right now was Kang the Conqueror, and him not being it anymore is kind of a damper to all Marvel fans, enthusiasts everywhere. I feel like it dampers that whole thing.
Well, from a Marvel standpoint, Marvel didn't have a Kang issue. Oh, Marvel wasn't being held down by anything other than poor storytelling. That's the only thing that's holding Marvel down at the moment. Kang was a big help, so he was a big asset, but to some people he wasn't because of the way he was written in the movies that he was in. So yes, as an actor he was great because he's great in Loki, but so Loki is written great, but people didn't like Ant-Man and the Wasp, which was written poorly. but you see the character you get when it's written good rather than the character you're getting that's written bad. So basically, to sum all that up, I think Marvel knew that they had something there. And they would like to stick with it. I mean, they've already did reveals and stuff with 1,000 of people with his face on it, so it would be a little weird. But this is the first time that Marvel had to recast. They did it with the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
The original Incredible Hulk to the Edward Norton, I think it was, and then they got
Mark Ruffalo.
Thank you, Ruffalo. They did it with War Machine when Terrence Howard was playing War Machine. Then they brought in Don Cheadle. All of these are C+ characters. So and yeah. So then who else am I thinking about that? They didn't do Black Panther. That's why a lot of people are wondering why they just didn't recast, but they didn't do Black Panther. But yeah, so I mean, the recast could be there. It's just a matter of how you're gonna pull it off. And when you're in the multiverse, anything can go.
True, very true. So
all you gotta do is say this person's not from this earth. Okay, well now your Jonathan Majors problem is fixed, and they really fixed it with the other shows. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who haven't seen it, but they really gave themselves an out with particular TV shows too. So Marvel has already been planning this the entire year. That's why they fired him so quick once it happened. They already kind of knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But shout out to Jonathan, he'll work again.
Yeah, he will be.